what better way to spend a good Thanksgiving dinner than with fan service and good deals? Now, I know what you're saying. Where to go to buy some good fan service games? There's so many places to go, from Steam to PlayStation to Amazon to GameStop. No worries. I'm going to show you all the great deals that you can get for fan service for physical, digital, Steam, and PlayStation, and Amazon, and other places, all in one video. No need to thank me, is what I like to do.
Who's he?
Hitman!
He's not important!
Okay. Hello, Gooners and Gamers, it's your boy Kentman, and Black Friday is coming up very soon, and there's a lot of great deals out there that you can go in and grab. And I'm not gonna waste your time because I know you're already ready for that Thanksgiving dinner. So let's jump right into it, starting with Steam first. Now, what better way to start off a good deal video, along with a good Black Friday and Christmas video, sort of, than with Simmer Kagura. Now you're probably wondering, which Simmer Kagura should you buy? And as a Simmer Kagura fan, I'm gonna say buy them all. They're all now 60 to 70, 75% off for all your good deals. You can get literally Peach Ball for literally $8.99. You can get Bon Appetit Thanksgiving, the perfect deal to deal with Asuka, Yumi, Homura, and all kinds of Simmer Kagura characters while fixing up some good meals, well, for Thanksgiving and in real life. $4.99. A steal. That's a steal. Now, but if you want to worry about the core Simmer Kagura series, I would definitely worry about Shinobi Versus, Estival Versus, and Burst Renewal, as they are the three mainline games. I mean, I guess you could say Peach Beach Splash is also a mainline game. And in some ways, it has some secrets to Simmer Kagura 7 that may or may not happen in the future. But with Project N, who knows? Who knows what might happen in the future? Now, moving right along to Atelier, another series that I love very much, and I want to show some love for the holidays. Now, I'm not going to say that you have to buy every single Atelier game, because that might be ridiculous, but you could. All of these games have great content and good fan service, but I'm mostly going to focus specifically on Atelier Yumiya. This game came out this year of 2025 of March, and it's a beautiful, fantastic game with a girl named Yumiya who is trying to discover alchemy and why it's taboo and hated upon around the world. You go explore all different types of regions. You have Nina, you have Linja, you have Isla, you have Victor, you have Rudiger, all characters that have some great costumes and good fan service. They're always adding on new collab DLCs like Tekken and Tails Grace's F, which we'll talk about more later in this video. So I would definitely recommend this game if you haven't done so already. Now, I would mostly recommend it on the PS5, but the PC port is pretty good, especially nowadays with the latest updates. So I would definitely recommend grabbing this. Now, I would also recommend grabbing Resoriana, but there's a better deal out there for you if you're looking for a good deal. And of course, if you want to buy the Rise the Trilogy Deluxe, they're out there too, $40, but they're not on sale right now. But if you want to grab them. Next, we got Turret Girl, the fan favorite game that came out this year, where you're literally a girl on a turret fighting a swarm of different alien invasions, and you're just trying to not get killed or have the world not die. And it has that classic good fan service. When you play the game, you unlock new costumes, unlock new modes, unlock new things for the game, and it's a lot of great fun. I recommend it highly, very highly. Moving on, because we got a lot of games to talk about, is Stellar Blade. Now, the game that just keeps on giving. This game gets updates after updates, and it's always prime and quality, shipped up, knows how to make a good product, and Stellar Blade is definitely one of that, especially on PC, that came out this year in June. And what better is for this deal itself is the mod potential. Oh, the mod potential for this game is beautiful. Now, if you don't have a PC that can run Stellar Blade on PC, don't worry, you can play it on PS5, especially on PlayStation 5 Pro, that has all the same quality of life improvements as well as graphical updates, going up to 120 FPFs. That's crazy. Stellar Blade is definitely a good package, especially if you go for the Ultimate Complete Edition. You get the Nier Automata DLC, you get the Nikke collab DLC, and along with the Scarlet DLC outfit for Nikke, which is a pretty good deal, and a lot of other classic costumes that's in the game. I know $63 is a lot, but that $60 comes with a lot of great content. Amazing. I have to say, stellar. Sorry. Next, we have to talk about Eden Zero, another game that came out this year in July. A really great anime game. I have to say, probably the best fan service anime game that has ever come out, especially on PC. Now, you can play this on PS5, but I think it might have gotten censored on PS5. Not really a surprise. However, it is still a great game nonetheless. Good jiggle physics, good roaming, X potential. If you definitely love Eden Zero, and if you haven't watched Eden Zero and you wanted to play Eden Zero or get into it, this is a one-to-one to the anime. Essentially, you get to fly around with Shiki. You have this whole world, big map that you can fly around, as well as all these other characters that you can have with their powers. Highly recommend it, and there's a demo of it if you want to check it out. It goes through the first little part of the game of Rebecca meeting Shiki, and then you get in the fight one of the bosses, and then you get to roam around the entire map doing all different kinds of challenges and stuff, and it leads right into the actual game. So if you want to check it out right here, I highly recommend picking up Eden Zero, especially when it is now just $47.99 when it was originally $60. You can't beat that. Pretty good. Next, we got some classic vampire slaying potential from Bloody Rain 1 and 2, both 50% off, both being $7.49, and a great time. Now, if you love Bayonetta, Stellar Blade, you're not going to go wrong with Bloody Rain. These are remastered versions of the PS2 games that came out in 2020, but still a lot of great fun that has to be had. You are not going to get anything better as a vampire slayer than Bloody Rain. You got the blood, you got the gore, you got the outfits, you got the sex appeal, and highly recommend it for a good price for Black Friday. Moving on, we got our first ever indie game that we can talk about, which is My Wife Wants to Be a Professional Cosplayer. You help your wife become a professional cosplayer. You get to see her dress up in all different kinds of outfits, while also, helping her stay limber, if you know what I mean. And it is now 10% off, going down to $8. That recently just came out. Next, we gotta go to the classic fan service anime, or hentai, if you want to be strategical, is the visual novel Tanimanian. Now, if you're a classic veteran of the fan service community, a gooner of good potential, you already know what this is. I don't really need to explain it, but it is now $8.99, which is a pretty good price for a classic old visual novel from the past. And if you want to get all the good scenes that you get in the anime. Stop it. You know what I did there? Anime. Oh my god. And I would definitely recommend Tanimani. A good visual novel, good, lot of fun, and all the sexiness that comes with it. So that was Steam. Now let's move over to PlayStation, as they have some good deals for you as well. Now, when it comes to fan service on the PlayStation, it can get a little complicated because of censoring, but there is a few games that I would recommend playing despite having some censorship within it. They also have a lot of good Black Friday deals that you can pick up. Now, again, I'm going to always recommend a good Atelier game if you want to do some. The same thing I said for Yumi on PC. It is on PS5, a great game that you can play. I would love to recommend Dead or Alive 6. I would. I mean, good fan service fighting game. Love it. I love Dead or Alive. I want to recommend it, but 6 is, with all the microtransactions and they took away the fan service, I can't really recommend it. But Dead or Alive, that is a fun game when it comes to the fighting in general. Eden Zero on the PS5 is $47.99, which is a pretty good deal. And I say it is pretty good, but I have to warn you, I don't know if this game got censored on the PS5. I heard that it did, and some people said it didn't, but it's hard to really say. So if you don't have the capability of playing on PC, then there is the PS5 version, but the jiggle physics is all around good in all versions of the game. The PC version is probably going to be the better version. Next, I gotta talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, I've talked about Remake all the time. Tifa. Tifa, Eric, Barrett, Cloud, Zach, I'm not gonna bore you to death with it because you already know the song and dance. Tifa. That's it. That's all I got. Again, Stellar Blade for PS5, just as great as the PC version. Not as much because you can't mod the game. And mods are pretty good in Stellar Blade, so that's like the biggest benefit from the PC version. But again, if you don't have the ability to play PC games because you don't have a powerful PC, Stellar Blade on PS5, great fan service potential, great replay of value. You can't go wrong with Stellar Blade. Being only $40, that's kind of a steal, honestly. Amazon is also having a lot of great Black Friday deals for a lot of PlayStation 5 games. Again, the censorship can hinder some of these gaming experiences, but there is some that isn't censored that has some good fan service potential that we can talk about. First being, again, Stellar Blade physical, $40. We've already talked about it, so we're not going to rehash it again. Next, you can't talk about a video about fan service without the original fan service queen herself, Lara Croft, the original trilogy of the Lara Croft adventure, only $30. Definitely a great steal. And this is the deluxe edition, so, I mean, do I need to say any more? But if you want to continue the venture, you have the 4 through 6 remastered versions as well. That is also $30, and it has a lot of the same quality of life improvements that the first one has. So if you want both of the games for $60, you have a lot of great games under your belt right there. Of course, you can't go wrong with Tales of Grace's F Remastered only being $20, bro. $20. A great remaster of a classic JRPG for Tales, as Bandai Namco has been doing a good service of remastering all the classic Tales games. They did recently post a poster that had my boy Luke on there, and I'm assuming that eventually we will see Tales of Abyss remastered for the PS5. Sorry. I've been waiting for that forever. But you also have some more Tales love with Tales of Exilia going down to $30, having a 25% off discount. So if you want to continue your Tales JRPG experience, I definitely recommend Tales of Exilia. Of course, more Final Fantasy. If you want to have Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated, which includes the Yuffie DLC, along with all the other stuff that I've already talked about, Final Fantasy VII being a great freaking game, my favorite game of all time, just Final Fantasy VII in general. $19, bro. $19. You literally can buy Tifa for $19.99, bro. Tifa for $19.99. Of course, then you have Rebirth for only $30. That continues everything that Final Fantasy VII did, but even better. Now, the mini games can be an off-putting thing for a lot of people, but you don't have to do the mini games. But if you do the mini games, there are some ones that are really good, some that is not. But they also have some great fan service moments where you get to have Tifa, Cloud, Aerith, and everyone else in good swimsuits. Especially if you beat the game, you can run around the whole game just in all different kinds of outfits. And just the game itself is beautiful, fully voice acted. If there was one game I could forget my adventure and play over again, Rebirth would be that game every single time. I love this game. I clocked in 100+ hours into this game, and I would happily do it again because it was just that good for me. But I mean, I love Final Fantasy VII, so that's just biased and answer. But I still recommend this game highly much so, especially being only like $30 now. And then of course, we are now at Resriana, which also got a nice good 5% off discount on Amazon specifically. A new alchemist, a brand new adventure of Rias and Slade, dual protagonist adventure, going into a new world of trying to save their town and trying to figure out what happened to the people that disappeared from a great calamity that happened. You also have past Atelier protagonists showing up, from Sophie, from Marie, to Ryza, to all kinds of people showing up. After finishing this game, this was the Atelier cinema game. I had such an amazing time with this game. A lot of the characters that blended well with each other in this game was amazing. Absolutely a beautiful game. And if you're looking for a classic, more modern Atelier experience, you're not going to get more better than Atelier Resriana. And the last game, of course, I can't have a video like this without talking about my other favorite franchise, which is Neptunia Rebirth Trilogy. These games just came out in September and they're now on PS4. It took 11 years for these games to be released on the PS4. Crazy. You think that would have happened a long time ago. Now, these games are not part of the Black Friday deal, but they're $40 and they're great games. 3 games worth of good content. All 3 of these games are great quality games. And if you wanted to jump into the Neptunia series, these 3 games is the best place to start because they're the start in the remake of the original games on the PS3 and gives you all the great quality and everything you need to know about the Neptunia series moving forward. So there's other places like Video Game Plus that has a lot of great Black Friday deals as well going on, and I would recommend them if you were looking for physicals. You can actually import Japanese games from them as well if you didn't want to use PlayAsia or anything like that. And they also have a lot of great deals. Now their prices in Canada right now, but if you want to just go over here, drop it to America dollars, then it will give you your currency of choice of whatever you want to look at for your money. So you can go through here and look and see what all kinds of different deals you got, like the amiibos, which is not really a good deal now because they're a lot more expensive than they used to be, but you can buy them if you want to. Other great games for PS5 and Switch on here if you want to go through and find them. Now, if you want me to do a whole separate video on the games that's over here as well, I could do that if you want me to, but pretty much the same games I showed you over here on Amazon and everywhere else, you're going to find here if you want to get them physical as well. But that is going to do it for this video for Black Friday deals for fan service games. Now, I could definitely talk about more. There's so many great fan service games to talk about and a lot of other places that I could talk about, from GOG, from PlayAsia, and more other places. And if you want to see me do a part 2 for other fan service games that has good deals on those places, let me know. And I will definitely make that video for you because I want to help you find your best fan service games to play for the holidays, because that's just what I like to do. So, but let me know what games you're going after for the Black Friday holiday deals. What games did I not talk about that you are going about and that I should be aware of? Let me know all of that in the comments down below, because you know we like having a conversation about fan service over here on this channel. So with that being said, remember that fan service is the best kind of service, to be a fan of that like button, and I will see you in the next video next time. Bye me.